Time now for our Caledonia coach conversation with head coach Carl Fruechte. And coach, you didn't get to play last week due to the situation up at Stewartville. I know we've talked before about preparing your kids to have situations like this. Now that you were presented one of those situations, how did your team handle it?
I thought overall pretty good. We just felt bad for Stewartville. It's a great program. Really respect their coaching staff. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I hate to say this, but it is what it is right now. And we felt like our kids handled it really well, and they were upset, but they also knew that it's just the way things are right now.
How did you go about managing practice last week without the game to prepare for on Friday night?
Well, we actually found out. We were hearing whispers late Thursday night at practice, and we sort of kept it quiet just in case the state would have let them play. So coach actually called me right about at noontime Friday. So we just took Friday and just used it to get better at our weaknesses and tried to, stay positive and just talked about being mature and being ready like we've talked about, for a long time.
Is there any chance that this game could get rescheduled, or does that present some logistical challenges with the tight window you have this year?
Yeah, the best way it could happen is if another school got the virus and Stewartville was playing a team and they got the virus, and then we both be free. Coach and I talked about that. So if that happens, we'll be ready to go on that Friday or Saturday night.
And what were some of those things that you were working on to get better? What were some of the things you took away from week number one that you focused improvement-wise on last week?
To me, the biggest thing, Darren, to get through to high school kids is to use their hands. I think they learn at a young age that if they're bigger, they can just run through people. And, as you get older, you get more mature, the game gets quicker and faster. You have to teach them to use their hands. If you watch college and pro football, it's just amazing how they use their hands and feet together. And so we're really trying to get that through to our kids at the youngest age possible. So it's always a work in progress, and just trying to get them to correlate those two and to make sure we're playing downhill.
And is that a case where if you do it enough and you do it with enough reps, it kind of becomes involuntary down the road?
Correct. Just becomes second nature. And of course, it's not something natural. And so you just got to stay after it. As a coach, you got to stay positive because we work on it a lot. And then you watch the tape and you get frustrated, but it's just part of the process. And unfortunately, the Midwestern schools, we're not like Texas where they get to work on this stuff year round. But again, it's just something you just keep hammering away, and sooner or later they get it.
And coming up this Saturday, you got Dover Iota coming to town. What do you expect out of them? What challenges do they present?
Well, they're running a 3-4, and it's like they're blitzing every down, and they got every gap covered, and they're playing press man, and they're just daring you to throw the ball deep, and they feel like they got the athletes. I really like their safeties. They made some great plays against Chatfield, and Chatfield's a very good football team. The game did get away from them, but again, when I look through tape, I always say, okay, the kid would have caught this against us, or they won't make that mistake. It's the simple little mental errors that we present to our kids, like their coach is going to clean this up and they're going to be a better ball club. So Coach Brett Vessel does a nice job up there, and it's a rivalry game actually for us.
All right, Coach, keep your kids healthy. We wish you best of luck this week.
Thank you, Darren. Thanks for everything.
Carl Fruechte, head coach for the Caledonia Warriors.